It's such a sad day in the comedy world, you guys. Tom and Christina P. They're getting divorced. Why? How did this happen?
Tom Segura and Christina P. are officially going their separate ways after spending nearly 2 decades together as husband and wife. According to sources familiar with the situation, the longtime comedians and podcast hosts have recently separated after 18 years of marriage. While the news has surprised many fans who have followed their careers and relationship for years, those close to the couple say the decision was made on good terms and without the kind of public drama that often.
Yeah, but I feel like they're saying, okay, it was amicable, but I don't think sources close to the couple would say that it wasn't a shock. I mean, it seems like it's an extreme shock. This is not, if you're a fan of these two, you did not see this coming. Now, in the last few months, they did do this weird thing where they started recording their podcast separately. Like it would be 1 week would be her, 1 week would be him, and everyone was kind of confused by it. But the way they explained it was that like, Tom is shooting his show and Christina's taking care of the kids. So like they're just doing different things. They're in different places. And I always thought it was kind of weird because I'm like, you can't be that busy to not do it like together ever in months, maybe like a few weeks, but multiple months. That was odd.
Surrounds celebrity breakups. Sources indicate that the separation took place within the last couple of months
Yeah,
and has
see?
been described as completely amicable. Rather than a
But then completely amicable, you do your podcast together. That's why I just feel like the word amicable is like it doesn't, what does it actually mean in these terms? Because it's like, okay, amicable, like we both mutually agree to do this, or is it like, because the word amicable implies that it's like a nice split, like we're not mad at each other, we just decided to go separate ways.
split fueled by conflict or scandal. Those familiar with the situation say both
Not
Tom and
job.
Christina reached this point after thoughtful consideration and are now moving forward on different paths while continuing to respect one another. According to people close to the couple, their relationship has been defined by years of
Oh my God.
creativity, collaboration, and shared success.
So then stay together. I don't know. I just feel like when you're at an age and when you have children, and if you, I mean, you only get divorced if you absolutely hate each other. This is just my opinion. When you have businesses together, you have kids together, you have fun together. Like they seem like they have fun together. And again, we're not in their home, so we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I mean, like they seem to just have always had fun together. Maybe lately they haven't been, and I guess it's separated. I don't know if it's officially divorced just yet, but I think this is when all the news is coming out, so everyone's kind of speculating. But I don't know. This makes me real sad, and I just don't. Who wants to go into the dating scene again when you're this old and this like established? Like you have your whole life set.
Throughout their marriage, they built not only a family, but also one of the most recognizable comedy podcast brands
It's such
in
a
the
good
entertainment
podcast.
industry. Their professional partnership has been every bit as significant as their personal one, making this transition particularly notable for fans who have watched them work together for years.
The dog.
One source summed up the situation by explaining that Tom and Christina shared a special and incredibly productive relationship. Together, they helped create one of the most successful comedy podcast networks in the business, while also raising 2 children. Although their marriage has come to an end, both remain committed to co-parenting and putting their family first as they begin the
Yeah, of course. It's so weird when people say that with these announcements. They're like, our number one priority is putting our children first and making sure we're great co-parents. It's like, yeah, of course. Like, what would be the alternative? Oh, we're gonna get divorced. So just so everybody knows, we're gonna be horrendous parents and we're not gonna take care of our kids. It's like, yeah, of course. Like I would think that's obvious. It's interesting that people feel the need to always say that. Like, yeah, of course that's gonna be your number one priority. It should be.
this new chapter of their lives. For longtime followers of the pair, the news may help explain something fans have quietly noticed over the past several months. Viewers had begun pointing out that Tom and Christina were no longer filming episodes together
Yeah,
as
it was
frequently as they
weird.
once had. Speculation naturally started circulating online, with some wondering whether scheduling conflicts or separate projects were responsible for the change.
Well, it's because they said separate projects were the reason for the change. And then it's like, okay, but how long do these projects actually go on for? Because after like months and months of time, you're like, hey, like, are we going to get back to the original format or like what's going on here? So I think that's where all the speculation came from because it was interesting. But it's interesting that they would say that. And then, like, why not just come out and say, like, hey, we're separating? I don't know. I guess they weren't sure, maybe, or they just didn't feel the need to publicly say it. It's just interesting when, like, a lot of these podcasts, when they're so known for like being edgy and this and that, and then when it comes to something like this they're like, oh, we can't say that, we can't talk about it, like with Flagrant, like with Akash. It's like, just say it. Like we say everything on that they say everything on that podcast, like just say it. And I feel the same way with Your Mom's House. It's like, if you guys are getting divorced, just say that, explain it, and we might be sad, but we'll get it.
Now, sources say the recent separation provides context for those observations. Even so, fans of their podcast can breathe a sigh of relief. because the professional partnership isn't ending. Despite their personal relationship changing, Tom and Christina are expected to continue co-hosting Your Mom's House.
But they don't co-host it right now. See, that's what I don't believe. How would anyone believe that? If they haven't been co-hosting their podcast together for the last few months, they're gonna announce their separation and then magically start hosting their podcast again together? It just doesn't make any sense. You would think it'd be the other way around, where they would do it together, then announce it, and then stop. It just seems backwards and
The
weird.
hit podcast that helped establish them as pioneers in the comedy podcast space. The show, now entering its 16th year, has remained one of the most popular comedy podcasts available, attracting a dedicated audience that has followed the host through countless episodes, guest appearances, and unforgettable moments. Continuing to work together despite ending their marriage reflects what sources describe as the mutual respect they still have for each other and for the business they spent years building. Tom Segura
It's
and
weird to
Christina
me.
first tied the knot back in 2008, beginning what would become an 18-year marriage. During that time,
They were together for 18 years. See, it's like, just keep going. Keep going. 18 years. Like, how do you change after that? Why would you want to?
both experienced significant professional growth while supporting each other's careers in stand-up comedy, television, podcasting, and entrepreneurship. As their careers flourished, they also welcomed 2 children into their family. Their first son, Ellis, was born in 2016, followed by their second son, Julian, in 2018. According to sources, both parents remain completely devoted to their children and intend to prioritize them moving forward.
Again, duh.
Despite the
I kind of wish, I know they don't want to show their kids online, but like, I'm curious. I feel like they're probably super cute, these kids.
changes in their personal relationship, those close to the comedians emphasize that their focus remains on maintaining a healthy environment for their sons,
Duh.
rather than
Again.
allowing the separation to become a source of public conflict.
The thing too is, like, their sons are young. Like, they're not older. Like, I feel like you would just like tough it out until they get to an age, like maybe like out of high school. I guess that's a while, but why not? I guess I hope it wasn't like bad, because see, that's the thing. It's like amicable, but then like, oh, we can't even like last. We can't even like keep this going. So it's like, which one is it? Are you like dying to get out of there, or is it amicable and great and like, oh my God, it's fine. Like, we're just gonna like be divorced. I don't know.
Both Tom and Christina reportedly want to approach this transition with maturity and mutual understanding. That cooperative approach appears consistent with the way they've often discussed family life publicly over the years. While their comedy routines frequently explored marriage, parenting, and everyday frustrations with exaggerated humor, the foundation of their partnership has long been rooted in working together towards shared goals. One of those shared goals ultimately became YMH Studios, the podcast network they co-founded together. What began with a single podcast eventually evolved into an entire entertainment company featuring multiple successful shows and personalities.
Yeah, they do
Over the
great. This has become repetitive. Okay, this just makes me so sad, and I just don't get it. And obviously, more information will come out, but that's just R.I.P. the comedic marriage duo that was Tom Segura and Christina P. What if they come out and this whole thing isn't true and it's just a bit? That would make me laugh so hard. But okay, well, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.